So last time I mentioned a lot of different threats from the internet. So this time we talk about how we protect ourselves through different measures. Okay, so one antivirus software. So all your computer, even your mobile phone, now they have antivirus software installed. Most OS now have the installed antivirus software. 嘅手機啊、嘅電腦啊，全部都本身 OS 都提供咗個基本嘅 antivirus software 啦。Okay, whenever you use this software, so there are two parts. One is active function, one is passive. For active one means when you start the computer, the antivirus automatically started and run in the background. So when you open any files, you do any web browsing, and the antivirus software will check whether there's any problem about introduction of virus. If they found anything and someone message reported, you see that whether the infected files or the virus can be deleted or isolated. 如果嗰啲 antivirus software 咧，佢可以將發現有 virus 嘅話咧，佢會 first try to repair the infected file, see whether it can remove the virus from the file. If it cannot, you try to isolate the file or recommended delete the file. So why is trying to isolate the file? Now antivirus software usually use the term quarantine. So why quarantine the file? Okay, so quarantine file means it may have a target in future and past to remove the virus but not delete the file. 即係記住啦，你發 antivirus software 發佢 program 嘅 file 係 infected 咧，第一個做法就係 remove the virus， 第一個做法就係 quarantine isolate 咗佢，希望第二日有得 remove 咗佢，可以 remove 個 virus。我delete the file， 即係譬如話，因為有啲現存嘅 virus， 佢肯定可以 remove 佢啦。就會選擇或者係你delete咗 file 算數啦。 Okay, so there's a passive one and there's an active one. Active one means you start the scan process. You start the scan process, and usually your computer will remind you should start the scan process. 一般嚟講，你個 OS 通常緊跟住下兩句咧，就會提你行呢個 active 嘅呢個 passive 嘅 function 啦，就係你自己去 activate 嗰個 start 嗰個 scan process 啦。通常咧會提你一次啦。Okay, so the virus is detected by using the virus signature because in computer virus is just a kind of programming code. We try to identify code and we call this signatures. Decide to identify the virus signatures and see whether we compare the virus signatures and in the database. See whether any contain any malware. So therefore, something you must do, enable automatic update function to ensure the software can identify the latest malware. So you have to allow update the program and also the virus signature previously. So nowadays you can use some online service to check the computer. Of course, no of them only allow to check whether you have any virus or not. If you want to detect it, you may have to pay for the software. Okay, so for the threat from internet, not only virus, but also from some hacker. So when you worry about hacking, then you can install a firewall. The firewall can prevent the computer, the system from being hacked by the hacker. So it will check all the incoming and outgoing data packet, caught any malicious network packet from entering, prevent unauthorized access, and without harmful message. So we have two kinds of firewall, hardware firewall and software firewall. Okay, let's take a look at this video.
A firewall. Now, a firewall is a system that is designed to prevent unauthorized access from entering a private network by filtering the information that comes in from the internet. A firewall blocks unwanted traffic and permits wanted traffic. So a firewall's purpose is to create a safety barrier between a private network and the public internet. Because out on the internet, there's always going to be hackers and malicious traffic that may try to penetrate into a private network to cause harm. And a firewall is the main component on a network to prevent this. And a firewall is especially important to a large organization that has a lot of computers and servers in them, because you don't want all those devices accessible to everyone on the internet, where a hacker can come in and totally disrupt that organization. So that's why you need a firewall to protect them. So a firewall that's used in computer networks is very similar to how a firewall works in a building structure. In fact, that is where the word firewall came from. A firewall in a building structure provides a barrier, so that in the event of an actual fire on either side of the building, the firewall is there to keep the fire contained and to keep it from spreading over to the other side. So the firewall is there to keep the fire from destroying the entire building. But if the firewall wasn't here, the fire would spread over to the other side, and then the whole building would be destroyed. And a network firewall works in a similar way as a structured firewall. It stops harmful activity before it can spread into the other side of the firewall and cause harm to a private network. So in today's high-tech world, a firewall is essential to every home, and especially in the business or an organization, to keep their network safe. Now, a firewall works by filtering the incoming network data and determines by its rules if it's allowed to enter a network. And these rules are also known as an access control list. These rules are customizable and are determined by the network administrator. The administrator decides not only what can enter a network, but but also what can leave a network. So these rules either allows or denies permission. So as an example here, we have some rules in a firewall's access control list. And it shows a list of IP addresses that have been allowed or denied by this firewall. And as you can see, traffic from some IP addresses are